You managed to tear and bend and break together an extra 11 shins out of the poles and cloth. You even find some really like strong metals. Like whatever this place was, it was fancy. But now it's all broken.
Yeah, it's a floating island. Okay. Nice. I'll
just tell them that's how we found it.
I'll hand Como 13 shins.
Thank you. Let me add that to the list.
And I'll keep 14 to myself.
Excellent. So you see, as you leave the building or look outside, you can see the guards kind of worrying and talking to each other, like whispering in hushed tones.
Is it possible to eavesdrop of what they're talking about?
Yes, but it's okay. Well, if you drop down, it'd be easier, but you're like up on a small ledge, so.
Fair enough. I can drop down, I suppose.
Okay.
It's
then
not
give
like
me
it'll drop distance.
Give me a speed stealth check to get in without interrupting them.
Okay. I would like to use 2 points of my speed because I have 1 edge and 1 point of effort, and that would be how much was that? 5?
It's 5.
So it becomes 4. Yeah. Let's see.
Oof. You keep pinching it. Como, you hear they're talking about like whatever it was your fault, but at the same time the other ones are like, oh well, they weren't. Tried to help out. Like they're still sort of discussing whether or not they can blame you or not. It might not be best to drag much attention at this point.
Okay, maybe we should move on with our investigation to the next time.
We have the clues, so we can show up to the priest temple and warn them that there's somebody using an unknown model of claw that has crashed the island into one of the temples on the Modella Island.
Okay.
Yeah, not sure if they're targeting us specifically or just trying to mess with the investigation.
Well, what's more, they're like, you showed up and then this happened and you were like found in the back area, so... But at the same time, they still believe Como's story, so they're a little bit like, don't know what to make of it. Okay, so you're standing in front of the temple now. Free to do as you please.
Well, at least we've disarmed the situation, at least a little bit, so they're not pinning everything on us, which is fine. We kind of got lost in the whole commotion. I would suggest to Rogo to head back to Madeline Island to report on our findings, and that there is a.
It is getting a bit late, however. You will eventually have to sleep.
That is fair enough. Can we stay at the tent and move out first thing in the morning?
They'll let you stay, but not like in the tent, so you have to sleep outside, which, to be fair, is not that much worse, considering it's mostly dry. You'll probably get some sand in your eyes, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'd look for some cover from whatever wind is going to be here at night, because desert.
You could sit behind the temple.
Cold winters. Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, we can probably set up shop in the crashed one, unless they want to screw around with that.
No, they're not gonna. They're fine with that. They don't. They're gonna do the investigation later. As long as you don't mess up with anything, they'll let you.
Sure.
Which is a sign of trust, to be fair.
Yes. We'll just take cover in the crushed one, or in the actual temple that was here. Just go inside and set up there.
Oh, they've declared the temple like condemned for a little while. They're not letting any people in without a good reason.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, an island crashed into it.
It's a little unstable.
Yeah, well, the second one is too, but I'm not comfortable sleeping under just the skies.
Well, the second one is also covered in grass, so it's nicer.
Well, not the insides of it.
I'll just sleep on the top of the crashed island, like
It's a nice place though. Like there's some grass. It's nice and soft.
Sure,
Yeah.
as long as you don't roll over and fall to your death, that will be fine.
I'll be fine.
Okay. You'd imagine this thing would have somewhat lower gravity considering it's hovering up above whatever ocean there is. Did we establish where those islands came from? This is the whole planet like this, or?
No. Ragnarok is like a unique place in the world.
So it's just
There, if you go in a certain direction, you'll eventually reach like regular land.
Regular land. Okay, that's fair enough.
It's not like ocean world.
Because that raises further questions. What's below? If it was, I mean.
So you take your nap. Since you're taking your nappy naps, you are free to use all your remaining recovery rolls and then reset them.
Okay. So I get...
In Komo's case, it's 3d6 plus 3, and in your case, it's 46 plus 4.
Alright. Yep, I'll use it. I pretty much spent all of my intellect pool.
You'll need some of that back, yes.
16.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have one extra point that I can't put anywhere because I need to use my repair skill to recover the first points of might.
Okay. So if you're going to repair, as we agreed, you have to roll against a DC up to challenging, and whatever difficulty check you pass, that's how many points you get.
Yes.
It's
Fair
an
enough.
intellect check, repair.
Yep.
So you always repair at least one, basically.
Yeah.
3,
Fair
that is
enough.
enough to recover 2 points.
2? Okay, fair enough. That should be enough.
They
If I'm
probably gave
trained,
you like a
does that-
welding tool or something.
Right, but the question is, if the skill is trained and I use it, does that reduce the difficulty bar? I still rolled for it, but
The way we said it is, since you're trained, immediately you always repair 1 point.
Mhm.
And the maximum is 4 you have to roll.
fair enough.
Okay. So you're taking your time. It's a nice quiet night. But when you wake up, you hear noises outside, or at least downstairs.
Fucker head out to investigate.
You see that the guards are arguing with a robot, which is saying that the structure is unsound and all people are to evacuate the island.
Figures.
And only trained engineer personnel may be allowed. So they're kind of saying, "Hey, listen, you're not certified to our database. Get out."
Fair enough. Am I certified for their database, however?
Why would you be?
I do have some repair skill, and I can upgrade it to actually specialized in it.
But here's the real big question, Como, is why would you
I
be
don't hold the
registered in their
credentials.
database?
Second,
Why would you be registered in their database?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be.
In there.
Yeah, and they've been giving us errors because we're all non-registered personnel, so that's
Well,
fair enough.
the reason they ignored you at first is the robots aren't they're not security personnel, like they're not supposed to kick you out.
Yes.
And these robots are not kicking people out because it's unsafe, and that is like a reason for all the robots to be like, no, don't go in.
Fair enough. Were there any robots in this little temple?
Yes, you met some humanoids, you met those spider things that tried to weld your nose.
Yes, but the one that crashed into the bigger one.
No. Surprisingly empty.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, you probably like salvaged like a robotic arm or something, but nothing major.
Okay. That is fair enough. Well, this is probably our cue to head out, and I would suggest to head to Madeline to report our findings with photographic evidence, no less.
Yep, and I'll use. Can I use the advancement skill training to upgrade my Numenera knowledge?
Yes, you are allowed to do so. Spend your 4 points and make yourself a specialist.
Use my skill training, all my XP, and I now
I'm
is
thinking of adding an extra point of edge so I can sacrifice only 1 point per effort. Per one.
For speed.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me mark that off and move towards perfection. And my edge and speed is now 2.
would that be one of the other boxes on the advancement thing. To gain a more edge. Oh,
Edges move towards perfection.
Oh, yes. Oh, damn, I didn't notice that.
It's fine. So you leave. You're probably going to take the same route you came in on? Plateaus and all? Doesn't seem to be anything on this today, so you're good.
Did the dude that we arrived with survive?
He's all right. He was one of the injured ones because he was still inside the building, but he's fine.
Well, I'm gonna wave him off and head out.
So, as you reach the step island, I want you to roll me a speed check, reflexes.
What's the difficulty?
4.
Was that just Como or...
Both.
I did not succeed.
So that was a 4?
Yes. For speed.
Whew.
So as you're setting up the grip cloth, just shoot at the green island so that you can go back to Madeline. You'll notice that there are some people with weapons standing on top of it. They seem to be shaking down a monk.
This is technically not our problem.
You could shoot to the far end of the island and not get engaged.
Well, we could improve our relations, I guess.
I ultimately do not oppose this, but it does seem like it's not our problem. However, yeah, sure.
No,
We're gonna
it's
kick their ass.
Okay.
So we sent the claw closer to them, some distance away though. Like probably not right at their feet, so they kick it off as we travel.
Yeah,
So you're going to shoot right up to them?
Close enough, yes.
Close enough to reach, but not close
So we can
enough.
overhear them and, like eavesdrop maybe, but not get involved. Like it's not our problem.
Okay. Roll me, you get up there, but roll me a stealth check to make it closer. Stealth, speed, difficulty 3, because they're distracted.
Difficulty
Actually,
3,
difficulty
I'm going to use edge anyway and reduce 1 point of speed because I don't trust myself, so it's going to be difficulty 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, nope.
Rogo didn't do it.
Rogo, you alert the enemies. You see around 3 people. They look a bit like a ragtag group. They might just be shaking down individuals and weak people. But by the looks of it, they may have been ragtag organized as like they might have heard the news of Medela getting a crash or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people did leave like before nightfall.
Yes. What are they? What? Why are they specifically shaking people right now? Are they just robbing them, or?
They're just because Medela, because there's a crash in Medela. They believe that people that are coming this way coming to Madeline are injured or like looking for help and are thus easy targets.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, guns out. I don't approve of this.
Technically speaking, they have not engaged you yet, and since Rogo actually looks like someone who knows how to handle himself.
This is simply intimidation method, dramatic gun cock.
Hmm. Well, I take my spear out and shout at them. What do you think you're doing here?
We're just shaking some people down, making money.
Yeah, that's not something I approve of. Preying on the weak and helpless.
Hey, you think you can be a match for us, huh? Big Boss is gonna kick your ass. There's 2 of them. There's like 2 like scrawny punks, as you would imagine to be. They even got the mohawks, and one of them looks a bit bigger and has a big axe.
Yeah, I think I can take you on as I start to move.
Okay. So here's how it's gonna go. If Como is on board with this plan, you get to roll your initiative first. Difficulty 3, since the biggest, toughest guy is difficulty 3.
Okay. I use my thing, so it's 2.
You'll go after them, I guess.
Well, I try to...
Como, you're trained in initiative. Don't forget that.
So I need to reduce by 1?
Yeah, you made it anyway, but I'm just saying.
Well, yes.
So here's what's going to go. Como, you get 2 attacks because you're in stealth and you can probably break the combat.
Yes. Is it going to be lethal or...
So there's 2 things you can do. You can either make 2 attacks or you can make 1 guaranteed hit and you'll roll to see if you can score critical.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do 2 attacks because I'm going to use 2 different weapons.
Okay. So who are you going to aim for? You're going to aim for the punks or the big guy?
Are they grouped together?
Yeah, they're all kind of standing beside him.
Okay, I'm going to use the flash grenade, aim roughly at the middle of them, and then I'm going to shoot the big guy with a shotgun. So I'm going to use the flash detonator thingy.
Ooh. Okay. So you throw a flashbang at all of them. What does that do to them, do you think?
At the very least, they will be confused and unable to see or hear with a couple moves.
Let me see. Detonator, sonic regularity, flash. They're all blinded for 1 minute.
There we go. 1 minute meaning 1 turn, or
1 minute meaning that for around 10 rounds, they are completely out of it.
Fair enough. We can just kick their ass now.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll. You basically managed to kick their asses at this point.
Yeah. No,
Not even gonna spend the bullets. Just grab the thing by the barrel and bam them over the head.
I mean, if your flashbang works, it works.
Yes.
You spent a cipher.
Now I don't have now I don't have it because it's a one-time use cipher. Click.
Also, the monk it's like when he sees them all like disoriented, he goes in and bonks them with his walking stick.
There we go. Beating up some punks.
Now, the good news is they did actually succeed at robbing some people, so they do have some good stuff for you to take.
Fair enough. Did they take anything from this dude?
No, they were still busy shaking him. Let me actually roll to see what you find.
Please
in
do.
terms of ciphers.
Yes.
Ooh, you rolled a water repellent plates and regular cipher list. So let me roll on the regular cipher list.
That's interesting.
Water repellent.
To hear what this is.
Water repellent plates, and you found poison explosive.
That's interesting. That sounds right up my alley.
Water repellent plates are they are boots or they are a literal metal plate. When activated, this device repels water so strongly that for 1 hour that it can force up to 200 pounds or 90 kilograms of pressure away from the user.
So basically, as long as I weigh less than so 90, it's each. So 180.
So you can essentially walk on water with it.
Yeah, Jesus.
As for the poison explosive, what is that?
Let you have it, Rogo.
Okay.
Oh, this is cool. The poison explosive has a random detonation effect. Oh, cool. The thing you find is actually a lipstick, but so you're gonna have to. Okay, I should probably do a Numenera identification next time. But
do I kill people by kissing them now? What am I, Black Widow?
No. Okay, once a substance enters the bloodstream, so you essentially have to push it on them to activate it.
Mm-hmm.
It travels to the brain and recognizes and reorganizes into an explosive that detonates when activating 10 points of damage, ignoring armor, and then there is a D100 roll to see what the explosion does or how the explosion functions. It can go anywhere from it is activated with a detonator that essentially comes with it to the victim is no longer within range of the detonator. The detonator being the lipstick itself.
Fair enough.
There's a little button at the bottom.
So, wait, it turns someone's brain into an explosive.
Yes.
Hey.
With a random effect.
You also find a couple of shins.
Because
they've been shaking down.
That's more than a couple.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're out of commission.
Can
we just safely leave them here so that animals don't get them? I mean, I don't care, but it would suck probably.
There's the spiders that are probably going to eat them.
Well, we're gonna notify the authorities that they're assholes, profiting off of refugees and such.
Well, can we ask the priest to maybe take them somewhere?
The priest is probably not gonna give a hoot.
Well, the monk is probably going to go and tell someone about this, yes.
Fair enough. Well,
So which cipher are you going to take with you? Because you're at your limits. So
I'm not at the limit. I have one spare slot, so I can take the grenade thingy.
I'm at my limit though. So what was it? Some water repellent boots.
yes. You can walk on water with them for up to 1 hour.
I'll replace my time delay nodule with them.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, don't forget that you were given a bounty for a water monster. This is probably going to make his day terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You can deliver you basically deliver a 90-kilogram kick if you hit him with it.
Yes.
Can I get the in writing what this is?
Let me copy paste the description here. Oh, I need to roll the level 2. Level 6. So it does damage or it works as a level 6 item.
What level was it?
6. It was 1d6 plus 1, so you roll 5.
Yep.
What's the item level do anyway? Because I still haven't quite.
Oh, it just affects if it can affect certain types of things, I think.
Oh, so it's the limit up to which it can be used. Okay, that's fair enough.
And some ciphers have level.
Oh, because it's up to tier, right? Up to a certain tier.
Also, the poison explosive is also level 6. Rolled the same thing twice.
Okay.
My infiltrator has thingy bait. It moves 500 feet per level. So that's one thing that level can affect.
Okay.
Poison explosive. Lipstick.
Stab somebody with it and press the button.
So one of the... This is funky. One of the detonations is the victim smells a specific scent within immediate range.
Awesome.
That's so dumb.
Well, it's a roll. It's random.
Mm-hmm. But with all of this,
Yes. We were
the monk goes on his way.
Yes.
Oh, I hand him the time delay nodule cipher.
Oh, he thanks you for it, but he doesn't really have anything to offer.
It would go to waste otherwise. Please accept it. It's just a gesture of goodwill.
Yeah.
We don't want you to leave it with these pricks.
He takes
it
and goes,
sell it
okay.
probably so. You know.
Yeah, ciphers are worth a bit of money. So he just goes, okay, thanks, I guess. And goes on his merry way.
Yeah, and if you could alert the authorities about these guys, that would be great too.
It was already planning to do that.
Unless he wants them to get eaten by spiders, in which case this is also okay.
Not our problem anymore.
Nope. So you make it back to Madeline.
Yes, they probably wouldn't be very happy to see us.
Back to Madeline from Madeira.
So what are you going to do? The town is waking up. There's hustle and bustle. Merchants on the streets.
Head straight to the priest that hired us and report the situation. Maybe this will help them to gain the attention of other priests. Is it possible to gain audience? They would probably be eager to see us, although they will be probably very mad.
Considering that they probably know about Madeline, yes, they're like basically going to receive you the instant they can.
Okay. Please do that. Let's not keep them waiting. We can rest or whatever later.
Yeah.
So you head over to Matthias. The person at the front desk is like, "Oh well, we were expecting you," and you were immediately shown through to the priest Liddy. Let me pull up her name. Why did I not have this file open? I should do actually, but in a different place because I'm a dum-dum. The lady Xen receives you. She sits behind her desk. She offers you a seat and offers you a drink, nice cup of tea, and asks what the heck happened at Madela.
As we arrived, we have noticed that one of the islands has been approaching it. As the time has passed, the island has actually crashed pretty close to the tower, to the temple, and rolled into it, damaging both severely. We have investigated the island that has crashed into Madela, and we have discovered the orb that my pal over here holds currently, and that this orb was used to move the island and crash it into the other one. The other thing that we have discovered, I just slapped the photograph on the table, is that we have discovered the imprint of a claw that was used, and it doesn't match one of ours or the ones that were used by pilgrims. So clearly somebody had a different model. If you can help us identify the markings, that would be a help.
Yep, and since this is the guy or person who hired us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We also, while we were inspecting the investigating the temple, we noticed that it is under noticeable strain, outside strain on its inner workings.
We're not going to disclose that we actually have the disk, but we're going to tell them that we've investigated the computers inside the temple, and they have indicated that the temples are under strain, and we have reasons to believe that this was all a concerted effort to bring down the whole city.
Do you have any other evidence that might lead to the person who launched the island?
Aside from the claw marks, no, we have not seen anyone. We just know that
there's
the island was... Well, it's just the instruction.
Yeah, but it's written in a very distinct typeface.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
I know what it says, so we can just give it up.
She takes a look at it. Let me roll to see if she can instantly identify it.
Mm-hmm.
She can't. But she does say that those do indeed look like different from your average grip claw.
Mm-hmm.
And with this evidence and with what's been going on, she might be able to make this public, in which case she can actually offer you some real support. But until then, she recommends you go to the other temples and see if something similar is going on.
Fair enough.
She says that she's actually got some more people on her side. Like with Madela having this huge crash happening on it, like more priests are sort of willing to listen to her. So if you wish, like any assistance, she can probably offer something minor.
How minor?
Well,
money or an item or something.
Like
probably.
She can't get you like a vehicle, but she can't get you like a guide or something, or an item of sorts. Nothing too expensive, but something she might have of magical
Fair
origin.
enough. Do they have any of those portable computers? Like a PDA or something? Yeah.
She looks kind of nervous. What do you need it for?
As a reference guide for the technology that is used in the temples, that would probably help us discern what the hell is going on faster. Because right now we're just bumbling through it, randomly pressing buttons, and that is not good.
Yeah.
We could use like a manual to use these if you have any.
Well, she looks a bit weird, like manual, but there are holy texts, and she points over at a book that's on her desk and slides it over. It is a copied version, like this has been hand copied, and it seems to be a manual to the temples. It's pretty basic. It references regular gravity modulator technology. And of course they see it as holy text, as like, this is how you do things. And asks if that might help.
That sounds reasonable. Also reminds me of the very, very old book, Orphans of the Sky. They were treating books on like physics and whatever as religious texts. Like every item has a gravitational attraction, and they used it as an explanation of love and such.
That's pretty cute, actually.
Yes. Of course, it was rather ominous in its own regard because they kept burning these books to fuel the ship that we were flying on. It was like a generation ship where people have forgotten the original purpose, and they've devolved into these like feudal communities that didn't even know what the technology did anymore. And they kept rounding up books and whatever, and just throwing it into the reactor that was fueling the ship. Just submit any matter to it, and it's fine. And we're throwing like dead people in it too, and everything.
Anyway,
yes, we do get a manual now.
You have a manual. It is a sloppy copy and reference guide. They're not going to give you like an original text, but it should be sufficient to be able to discern like very out of place things.
Yes. And we'll look more like pilgrims because we actually have a copy of the sacred text.
Oh, with this, you're probably going to look like big boys because even like regular monks don't carry this.
Yes.
Like this will open a few doors.
We are the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody saw you coming.
Yes.
And with that, she requests that indeed you go to another temple, see if you can find out some more, because this is getting concerning and very worrisome.
Yes.
Yep.
I would suggest we head out to Oberon, the first of the temples to be hit.
Okay.
Will you roll with it?
What do you mean with Oberon first to be hit?
We know for a fact that the whatever's happening
Oh, yes.
basically started degrading first, so it would make sense that it was hit first.
Okay. She does offer you one more thing. Since you've been so valuable to her, she thinks that this is only just fair for her to offer. It is a special item that should you fall off, it will basically bounce you back up to wherever you stood.
Okay.
That's fair enough. Is this an artifact or?
It is an artifact, but it's a one-time use. It's essentially a special cipher.
That's fair enough.
A bungee cord.
It is a bungee cord. It's not very pleasant, but it beats falling into the ocean.
Yes.
Do you want to take that Como?
Sure.
You get two. You get one for each, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Like,
fair enough.
at this point, you've got sufficient value that it's like, listen, we don't want you to, like, if we can prevent it.
It's good. Yeah, well, fair enough. We'll try not to fall off.
Then she sends you off. Says that she'll probably gather, like, some money to pay you if you come back next time.
Sure. I would like to resupply while we're here.
Okay.
And spend the chance to purchase.
As you go outside, by the way, you do immediately hear, like, you hear whispers and like people muttering and going like, "Oh man, if you're like people are getting a bit nervous."
Yes.
So what are y'all gonna buy? And are you gonna buy from the fancy store or the not fancy store?
Oh yeah. This trip of ours took how long?
You've been gone for a day or so. It's now like midday.
Oh, okay.
So all the shops should be open.
Yep. The shops are open by now.
Note that in my rations. I have eaten one ration. Okay.
I love this. Permanent damage type. Might. Description. Severed hand or arm. Other effect. Self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Just love it. I shouldn't have to tell you what it does when you lose a hand.
Yes, naturally. Yeah, so I would like to purchase 10 shells, so that puts me at 18, and that reduces my chance to 32, and I would like to purchase 10, slugs for the same price, I assume.
Did you never divvy up like the 139 you found on the guys?
What? 159?
Yes,
Oh,
they shook people down, and you took the shakedown money.
Oh, I kinda.
You're holding it. I'm just sticking with my money.
Oh, sorry. I completely.
Yeah, we were busy with the ciphers. It's understandable.
Oh, okay, I had Como 69 shins from that.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
That's going to put me at 101.
I can buy something.
Actually, 91 because I bought stuff. Yes.
Right. Matchsticks.
Since I get the skill that allows me to wear any armor without penalty for a reasonable amount of time, I think, trained with armor, right?
I think so. We're trained
yes,
with
is it? Yeah, something. I forgot the name of it. I should probably edit somewhere. In any case, is it possible for me to browse the selection of if I can pick anything for personal protection like that?
Well, sure. You're in the Matthias quarter, like quarter one. So there's like fancy shops you could go to that sell things for a high price.
High price.
What are you looking for in terms of personal protection?
Something heavier than just the light armor. See, it sounds like a reasonable time to replace it.
Well, with the right training, you can use special light, which is as good as medium armor, but doesn't weigh you down as much. Oh, don't forget, by the way, that light armor does give you 1 might cost per hour and speed pool reduction 2. So
No, that's right.
Yeah, but I do have the perk that allows me not to be worrying about that. I mean,
Okay.
I don't wear it all the time, but as long as I wear it, I have no penalty because I've picked the skill.
Okay.
Yeah. Practice and armor should reduce the penalties by 2, if I remember.
Okay.
Right.
Well, so this guy has very fine. You go into a shop that looks like they sell fine armor. They got like very nice armored coats, like heavy armored coats. They got plate mail on sale. This is a fine shop with fine wares. They even got like special vests made out of very expensive looking material. Even demonstrates one of a piece of cloth and holds a sharp knife over it and doesn't even cut it. He also offers special protection in the form of like force field bracelets you can wear.
Can I?
Oh, there you go. I found the skill. Practiced in armor. There we go.
I'll tag along. I see if they have any, special light armor, like armor in cloth or something.
So, there's a few ways you can go with this. You can buy like a force field thing, which gives you an extra armor point, or you can buy like they have very light coats that are made out of a very fancy looking silverish weave. Covers your arms, got long sleeves, like a trench coat made of silver cloth. But he holds it under a light, and even though it's reflective, it doesn't like shine or anything. So it's got a metallic shine without being like opulent. So your stealth isn't affected.
Oh,
it's very expensive though.
Fancy. How expensive?
75 shins. I got one that shines, but that's only 40. Essentially, the shiny one would give you it reduces difficulty to see you or to hide, increases it because you're shiny.
Yeah, that not good. What about the force field thing?
So the force field thing is a +1 armor. It stacks with any other armor you have. It's only 1 point, but stacks. So it's nice and easy. It's only 70 shins.
Oh, okay. And that's not a cipher or anything like that?
Nope. It's like a special thing you wear, and it doesn't interfere with ciphers.
So it's technically an artifact.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take the force field thing.
You take the force field. It's a silver bracelet with a few like they look like buttons, but they're not like embossed or anything. So you have to look to specifically press them.
Okay.
You can give it a little color, but it's mostly like bluish colors you can pick from, and it can be visible or invisible. Even hits you like with a small stick to like show that if you get hit, like it'll crack and flash for a bit, so people can see it.
Nice. So that was 70 shins?
70 sins for a nice thing on the arm.
All right. I'll take that.
Yeah, so this skill reduces the speed and might armor cost by 3. There.
Okay.
Oh.
Then light is perfectly fine.
Yes. Yeah, well, I suppose I would pick the Upgraded light armor. How much does that one cost?
The nice jacket, that's 75 for the big armored coat.
Fair enough.
No, not for the armored coat, but for like the trench coat that's like shiny and doesn't reflect and doesn't increase your perception and all.
That sounds good. I'll pick it up. 75. That means I am left with 16.
Your armor goes up to 2 as you wear it.
Yes. Yes, and I'm going to replace light armor. Is it possible to pawn my old items off the same way?
What were you wearing a second ago?
Light armor.
Okay. Well, you can sell it for like a shin. This guy
Fair
won't
enough.
take it off you. Like you have to sell it somewhere else because this guy sells fancy stuff.
Sure. So it goes to 17. There you go.
Mhm.
I'll buy a ration to restock myself,
Go nuts.
and also have my explorer's pack with kinds of stuff in it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized a joke that I could make.
How so?
Well, my character is not a person. It's like 3 mental disabilities stacked upon each other and wearing a trench coat.
The esoteric penalty of armor.
Yes. It's
That's not a
apparently
thing.
It is. If you're wearing heavy armor, I guess you can't really cast that well.
I think this is a video game you're looking at.
Maybe.
Yes, it is.
Is it a problem? Is it an issue in an actual system, or is it just a game thing?
It's the game thing. They probably
Okay.
did it because of arcane spell failure.
That's fair enough. Well, in any case, it's supposed to practice an hour to reduce the speed and might penalties for wearing armor.
So in this game, practice in armor reduces the speed pool. Okay, yeah. It's
By 3?
only by 2. It's by 2 in this game. So yes, you get to wear light armor without a cost.
Fair enough. Anything above
Also-
that, unless it's powered armor, is going to be a problem.
Because this trench coat is so fine looking. No
Yes.
penalties for dealing with people that are uptighty because you look fine.
Good. Pulling out my Blade Runner theme.
The force field is also a nice subject of conversation with new people. You just bonked yourself with a stick. Look at me crackle.
Yep.
With this, you are free to do as you wish because you're still in town, and I'm like your boss.
Indeed. Well, we should probably head to Oberon, and the Lost Epoch is in the way.
The Lost Epic, the old temple.
Yes. Technically, we are allowed to visit it, considering we've been asked to do so.
Well, Lost Epic, the way you're supposed to travel across it is... Oh, what's going on here? It keeps hiding things by making them gray. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Why? Okay. Yeah, Lost Epic has a perimeter wall, and you're not supposed to go across the wall, but you can just go around it and walk across the perimeter itself to go where you need to go.
Fair enough.
Which, unfortunately, because Lost Epic's so big, is kind of an inconvenience.
Oh yeah. Where was the water monster sighted?
It can
The
move
water
around.
monster was sighted in this area, just west of Lost Epic.
Okay, on the water side. Right.
So I suppose we could be jumping around with this thing?
With the what?
With a grip claw.
Yeah.
Across the smaller islands, yeah. It's going to be a little bit more of a hassle unless we manage to spot it while we're walking around the Lost Epoch.
Well, considering it's been harassing people.
Yeah, it'll probably harass us as well.
Certainly.
Yeah, we'll just keep our eyes out for any moving globes of water.
Certainly.
won't be that difficult to notice.
Mm-hmm.
Bits of water.
You'd be surprised. It's water, so it's just a distortion of air.
Hmm.
Because it's that clear.
It's probably
Well,
got
I mean,
like a
it
bluish
would make
tint to it.
sense that a monster made out of water would prefer to be clean.
I don't think it'd have to clean itself, truth be told.
Well, it will just expel all pollutants.
Who knows? Who knows? So, what are you going to do? Going to take a break? Going to recover a bit more before you go? Or
I think we've recovered pretty much to the max. I suppose I could sit around and try to fix myself up back to the max.
Mm-hmm.
If we're able to. So I'd like to use my repair skill.
I'm just missing like 3 points. All of my pools, so
You'll live.
Okay, well, technically it's difficulty 4, right? Or difficulty 5. And whatever I roll, I repair.
Yep.
So that's 2.
Yep. You only recover 3 points of damage.
Yeah. That's more than enough, though.
Consider buying a welding machine.
Yeah.
I consider that an asset.
Yes.
Consider buying a bag of tools. That's also an asset.
oh, there's also like spray metal.
Spray metal. Ooh.
That cost 50 shins.
Ooh.
And
Expensive.
similar to spray flesh, but instead of crystalline flesh, it repairs breaks, tears, and holes in any object. Even if flexi option like cloth or leather bag, it has the strength of steel. Yeah. Repair spray.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 6 points. That track is yeah. Okay, so the island hopping around Lost Epoch.
Certainly.
What does the island of Lost Epoch look like? From
Lost Epic is to the south, so it's a bit colder than Madeline. It's not as deserty as Medela. It's got trees on it, but you can see through like cracks in the wall. You can see that it's a bit of a wasteland behind there.
All right.
So it's got a savanna feel to it.
Okay. Might be an interesting place to visit. Can I see any animals?
Nope. It's surprisingly well from where you're standing. You can't see much.
Okay.
Like they're mostly stopping people. So if an animal gets in there, an animal's gotten in there.
But there's like no larger animals, heads poking over the walls or anything.
Nope. It's not like a zoo, unfortunately.
Not a Jurassic Park or anything. Okay, are we done with shopping? And
I'm finished.
Yep.
All good.
So, as you're around Lost Epoch, do you want to try to find this thing? Or are you going to go to Eberron?
I think the Oberon is a little bit more pressing, like in universe. So I would suggest going there first, and if the thing shows up like on our way there or on our way back, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Until then, it's not. I mean, if the whole city goes down, like who cares if there was a water monster?
Okay. High or low?
Say we go towards Operan, but keep our eyes out for any.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell me, high or low?
Hi.
Nope. You don't see it. Unfortunately, maybe it's aware that what you're doing. Maybe it's not. Who knows? If it can read minds, that'd be something else. But you do not see it on your way to Eberron. You are now at the southeast part of Lost Epoch.
Southeast. Fair enough.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there's some larger islands over here.
You do notice that it's getting significantly less dense. Like up, down, left, right. There's not much around in terms of islands.
Is it getting colder already?
It's getting colder, yes. You can notice that it's like you're not that far in terms of distance, but for some reason in Ragnarok, like the extremes are pretty extreme.
Yep.
Okay.
So Como might want to bundle up in that coat a bit more.
Yes.
I'll switch to my warm clothes that are in my explorer's pack.
You're now wearing warm clothes, so you're not as affected.
Mm-hmm.
Como, because he's merged with flesh and steel, is also not as affected as he could be.
Yeah, but don't leak the metal parts, because you'll just get stuck. I did that one about and it sucked.
So which path are you going to take? Are you going to take the small island path, or are you just going to make the fewest jumps?
The fewest jumps, because the bigger islands seem to be a little bit more stable. They won't flip over or anything.
So as you arrive on this island, on this big one, big snow field, it's got trees. You notice that further down, the islands are just ice spikes. And as you're walking through the forest, you hear skittering in the bushes.
Oh. Can I recognize it as an animal or more thing or what?
Roll me a difficulty 4, which in your case would be 3 because of your training.
Okay.
Should I roll as well?
Nope.
Go ahead if you want.
Difficulty
4.
4? Yep. Wow.
Como, you're pretty sure that you're just hearing a dog out here.
It's
fine.
Exist on these.
Well, they are Siski. It's a dog-like.
But you don't sit in that stupidity of yours for long. Because eventually, a strange deer-like creature emerges, its head floating disconnected from its body. And it's winding up for a charge. It's kicking its back feet.
Ooh.
Speed, defense 5 to duck out of the way as it charges towards you.
I'm going to use effort for this, so it goes down by 1 point because I have 2 edge, and that's going to become difficulty 4.
But you're also trained in running, so...
Oh, so that would be 3, but I still fail.
Do I also roll that?
Yep.
So it was 5. And running works here?
Wait,
Yes,
how much do I
running
need to roll for?
Well, you also have jumping, so yeah, in your case it works as well.
So that lowers it to 3 then.
Take a running jump out of there.
Oh, wait, I don't... Let me actually remember how the whole thing works. Was it just one skill per?
1 skill, I guess.
So that's
So 4.
either running or jumping is 4. Can I use my gravity power as an asset on this?
Sure. You can push yourself along.
Yep. That's a 3.
Okay. You can use your minor effect if you wish to help Como.
Sure, I'll grab him as I float away.
Como only takes half damage as a result. He takes 2 points of damage, which is negated by his armor.
Yay.
Awesome.
As the creature charges by, it stops. And with this, you get the chance to roll initiative.
Okay. What difficulty?
4.
And that drops
Just a shame that is going to be difficulty 3.
Ooh.
B.
Como goes last. Creature goes second. Rogo goes first. Rogo, go first.
Okay. Can I identify this creature?
Sure. Go ahead and give it another shot. Difficulty 4.
With handle animal, a 3. No, this is an animal. No, I have no idea.
Yeah, you've never seen something like this before. It actually looks somewhat mechanical because the separate parts of the head and body have like a metal plate on it.
Yeah, it's a freaking looking creature.
I know what this is, but my character doesn't.
Go in for the attack then, or do whatever you want on your turn.
So I'm a small distance away from it, I guess.
It's stopped a small distance. You're in a small clearing.
Okay.
There's trees like right next to you.
I pull out my crossbow and let loose. Twang.
Difficulty 4 to attack.
No. A1.
Your crossbow misfires. The bolt lands right in front of you, and you're a little bit baffled by it.
Ooh.
Like, how did that even happen? The creature goes in for another charge, only this time it's a bit attack. It doesn't just go for the ramping like her. It goes straight for you. Roll me speed defense, difficulty 4 to evade. Nope, just Rogo.
Okay.
Speed 4. I'll use some of my. I'll use effort on this to drop it to 3. Whoa.
Okay. What do you want?
Trip it.
Yeah. I guess as I jump back and I swing my spear and tangle its legs.
You swing your what?
My spear.
Okay. You
Tangle its legs.
Okay. So the creature stumbles and falls. Next turn, it will be unable to charge. It will just go in for a regular attack. So at the very least, it will be easier to approach. Como, your turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, what are we supposed to do? I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to load the slugs for extra damage and try to shoot it with that. Since it's a reasonable condition shotgun, then I get -1 to difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
And
So it's
I will
3.
also use the pierce for free, so that's +2 damage in total.
Mm-hmm.
So if I hit, it's going to do 6 damage, and it's a difficulty free.
Oh.
The gun explodes in your hand, and you're forced to drop it as it's really hot. The slug flies off who knows where.
God damn it.
Man, there's some curse on this island against range weapons.
There might be a curse, in fact. You're near
Might
Oberon,
be.
which is a cold place. You've not seen any monks down here, so
Well, the lube in the gun got frozen, and it kind of jammed.
it is Rogo's turn again, who has managed to trip the creature, which makes it easier to hit.
Okay. I'll stick it with my spear.
Whoopsh.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is, we'll say, you get 3, because it's tripped.
Huh?
Okay, what do you want?
What you want?
One extra damage? You want your gravity thing to do something?
If the roll is an attack, it deals 4 additional points of damage.
Whew.
That's 8 points.
You basically stab it in the lung at this point.
Ah.
How would the lungs work? I don't know. But yeah, you stab the side, and the head is like contorting, going ah, and the creature stumbles sideways and tries to regain its composure as it goes in for an attack on you. Speed defense 4.
Some more full spending. 3. Oof.
Whoosh! You dodge out of the way, and the creature Let's see if he does. Oh, he slams into a tree and seems stunned for a moment. It doesn't take damage, but its head is like twirling around a bit. Como, your time to shine.
Yes, I would like to try and recover my gun from the floor.
You pick up your gun. You have it in your hands. You'll have to spend an action to clean out the barrel, though.
Yes, I do so. So
Okay.
Basically, let's keep this turn.
Okay, then it goes back to Rogo.
Okay. It's stunned, so I just go for the kill. Must be here.
Difficulty 4.
Oh, this time though.
You miss. Even as it's stunned, it suddenly jumps out of the way, and its head follows shortly afterwards. The head sort of stays in the place it should be, but at the same time, there's a weird lag and preemption. It's really weird to look at.
Mm.
The deer opens its mouth in response. Rogo, roll me a difficulty 5 intellect defense. As a strange purple puff appears out of its mouth.
Yeah, okay, I just rolled that.
You're on a roll today, God.
I feel as if a strange curse is washing over you, your brain filling with bad thoughts, but you shake it off, feeling your finest.
I blow the vapor back at his face.
The creature takes -1 on its next roll then. On the next difficulty, it goes down by 1, which puts it with Como. It's now difficulty 3 to hit it.
Can I actually manage that?
Sure.
Watch me roll 1 again.
If you roll another
All
one,
right.
you get an experience point, or you can take it as a 20.
We'll see. We'll see.
Pity rolls.
Yes. So I forgot to reduce the XP to 0 now. Right. So I'm using Fierce. So it's. Can I just put it in there because it's like automatic now?
What do you mean?
As opposed to 4 damage, is going to be doing 5 damage.
Sure.
You could also
Same with the grenade launcher, I guess, +1. Right. So I'm still using the slugs. I'm going to try to hit it, and yeah, pretty much. And it's going to be difficulty 3, and it's going to be difficulty 2 because I'm.
Because you've got a fine shotgun.
Fine weapon, yes. Well, which explodes in my face all the time. Look at this. I miss.
Poor Como. Rogo, go for it.
you have a dagger. You could try to just stab it. But okay, now that thing is trying to trying to poison my mind or some such. But yeah, more spear to the face.
Whoopsh. Difficulty 4.
4. Okay. Nope. Difficult to hit its Rayman head.
Its mouth remains open. You see its body preparing. It's probably going to charge after this. Goes for another curse attempt. Difficulty 5, intellect defense.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use effort to drop that to 4. Have anything else that would really work here? I don't think so. It will be 4.
A lot of 13s just making it today. You once again feel the strange cursed root in your head, but you're able to shake them off. It's getting harder to resist, though.
Como, please kill this smelly thing.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to try the dagger this time. Yeah, and it's a decent dagger, but it's only going to do 1 damage, and I don't have the might skill, and I can't use the speed skills to increase the damage for this. So, what's the difficulty again? 3?
4.
4, and that becomes 3 because it's a decent one. So,
Because it's a light weapon, actually.
I just can't catch a break.
Roko, please. You've been tussling with this creature a bit now.
Yeah,
I missed. I'm just.
Surprisingly agile creature.
Yeah, its head and body are like disconnected, hopping sides. Whoosh, whoosh.
It would have been even freakier if you had given it a full Rayman treatment.
Well, it's
Okay.
only the head, which makes it weird.
Just picturing a deer with a floating disembodied tail as well. Fluttering behind it. Okay, well. I resisted 2 halitosis attacks and once more with the spear. Trying to stick that head.
Okay, difficulty 4.
What pool? If I
What are you using again?
spear.
That's might.
Okay, I'll use a level of effort on that. 3 points, and that's drops it to 3, right?
Yes.
Man,
The creature dodged out of the way. Speed defense 4 as it charges towards you.
Both of us is just Rogo.
Defense 4. Well, that one hits me.
You take a whopping 2 damage.
I have
Armor.
a feeling that we're actually gonna die.
Oh, 2
Well,
damage.
it does 4 damage per attack, so don't worry too much.
Oh, so that was 4 damage minus my 2 armor.
Yes.
Okay. Ow.
You take a scratch on your arm as it just clashes into the force field, breaks through it, and hits your arm.
Ah.
Como, please do this.
I'm trying.
I mean, there's really no reason for you to use your dagger other than ammo.
Conversation, yeah. Okay, one more attempt. Yeah. 6 damage if I hit. What's the difficulty again? 4,
Yes.
which goes to 3. Fingers crossed, please. Fucking yes.
What did you shoot at it?
The slug.
Slug
Yes.
flies through the air, slams into the deer's backside, and hits its other leg, causing the body to fall over. The head, however, is still alive.
Ooh.
Rogo, finish that head.
Okay, yeah, well,
The head, in fact, seems completely unbothered by this.
Right then. Yeah, I'll try to stick the damn head finally.
That's a difficulty 5, because you're just aiming for a head.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
You impale the head, and it falls motionless, like it's not resisting your spear or anything.
Ah. I stamped it on the ground a few times, just to be sure.
Okay.
Completely pierced the damn thing. Ah.
Destroyed.
Whew. That was something. You okay there?
Yes.
Okay.
Just disappointed in myself.
That's okay. Can we take a 10-minute break?
Sure.
I'll recover some of my pools.
What's Como going to do in the meantime?
Nothing I really need to recover. Because my speed pool is still sitting.
Not interested in the deer body?
To recover it. Something from it. I mean,
Well,
it
there's
did have
meat.
some metallic plates and such.
Mhm.
So, at the very least, I'm going to spend this time to poke around. See if I can take anything from it. I mean, let nothing go to waste.
You can recover around 5 shins if you take the metal parts off. The metal parts read in a language you can read. Read that this is a special sentry model.
So it's an artificial one.
Yes.
Hmm.
But you can also recover a large amount of meat, sufficient to feed yourself for a couple of days.
Oh, nice.
Yes. At least it won't be the rations every night, huh?
You can recover about 3 days worth of rations for both of you.
Fair enough. So the next time we make a stop, we'll attempt to do so. We'll attempt to prepare it properly.
Yes.
It's cold enough that the meat probably won't spoil, though.
As quickly, yes.
Yeah.
And we need to cook it properly so we don't get anything.
Hmm.
Can you roll me intellect perception, please?
What is the difficulty?
I'm going to give Rocco, you can use your herbology for this one.
Okay.
Difficulty 4.
Okay,
For-
I'm going to use effort, which reduces it by 3 points, and difficulty 4. Click.
So
Well,
this,
I'm a dumbass.
so this is difficulty 4 with the herbology.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you put effort, it's going to be difficulty 3.
I'll use some effort on this one. Yes. Exact same roll. Nope.
So for a moment, you thought there was something unusual about the trees, but it's nothing. It's nothing. It was just your mind playing tricks after that tough fight.
Must have been my imagination in the best tradition of
You can, of
Every
course,
video
just look
game.
closer if you wish.
RPG things. Well,
Well, I'm more of an outdoors man, so yeah, I'll take a closer look at the trees.
You take a closer look at the trees and notice that some of the trees are not like natural trees. They're made out of metal. They're very convincing looking, especially with the snow.
That's
so is it like aluminium foil trees?
No, they're like pretty solid metal ones.
okay. Can I tell like what's the purpose of these metal trees? Aside from
That'd
That'd be Numenera 6 if you're trying to figure this out.
okay, I have it specialized, so 4. Nope.
No idea.
They're just
Their purpose is quite arcane. Whatever it was for, it might be for now, it might be for the past. Who knows?
they might just be here for decoration. Who knows? Ancients were weird people.
Most certainly, if they built steel trees amidst regular ones.
Alright.
Could have been that these trees have been here forever. It's just that the others grew around them. So, by the way, do they match the trees surrounding them, like the life trees, or are they some sort of special breed?
Well, the metal trees are basically the same as the other trees. They're all like pine trees, coniferous ones,
Yeah.
whereas
Okay.
deciduous ones.
That's weird, but not illegal, I guess.
No, coniferous. It's coniferous.
Yeah.
It's kind of funky.
Yeah. All of my, I spent like half of my pulse already.
But you did recover some.
Yeah, then I spent some again.
Okay.
You big spender.
Unfortunately, as you progress, because the forest is thick and the snow is getting deeper, it's going to take you longer to travel across land. And I'm going to need a difficulty check if you try to go to the next island. It's going to be 2 with engineering because you're trying to set up a piece of equipment in quite some bad conditions. Your hands are cold and numb. So,
Fair enough.
Will Numenera help with this?
yeah, sure. I'll say that because of your knowledge of Numenera, you're able to very carefully set it up without making a mess of anything.
Yeah, well, I have specialized, so that drops the
Yeah,
difficulty.
that's what I meant.
Zero.
It's routine. That training is paying off already.
Yep. And since I am an outdoorsy guy, the cold isn't facing me as much.
No. especially with your warm clothes on already.
Yep.
Danger sense. So with that, you set up. The next island is ice shards, like big towering shards of ice forming odd shapes and sizes. The solid land is very uneven. Like this looks more like a geometric shape than an island.
Huh.
All right.
Is it possible to see through the ice if it's concealing anything inside encased the ice?
That'd be perception 6 because of the heavy weather.
Fair enough.
Intelligence. If you wish to spend effort.
Wow, we're rolling 5s today.
Snow is way too hard for you to see.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Should have bought your snow glasses, kiddo.
I have special eyes. I'm fine with that. But yeah,
Dude.
sunglasses wouldn't hurt, especially if the sun is shining, because it's going to be reflecting. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whiteout is quite common near Ob.
Snow blindness.
From this point onward, I'm just going to buy sunglasses and wear them everywhere. Just for the cool points.
Oh yeah.
So,
You could get like those Deus Ex sunglasses.
oh yeah, you put them on you put little glue dots next to your eyes and you glue them on. They go click.
Hmm.
Or you could have them built in if you really want to.
Yeah.
Dedicated, cool. So, you go onto the island, which doesn't really feel like an island. It's very unusual. Roll me another check. Only this time it's going to be difficulty 3 as you're standing on the island itself. Perception, intelligence.
Ooh!
Okay.
Wow.
Sharpness.
What do you want for it, Belmore?
This was a perception,
Yes.
and the well, I guess I just more information.
Como, would you like to take a GM intrusion?
Let's go. Let's do it.
So, Como, as you look up and you see something, you thought you saw something weird, but then your eyes are just covered in snow as you look up. Your next
I
few
yell.
attempts, the next few attempts to do anything with accuracy or requiring eyesight, difficulty goes up by 1.
Fair enough.
However, Belmore, what you notice is there's a large, like, metal structure in the center. As you look at it, it gives you the strange feeling that this thing is somehow the center of mass that is being levitated. You get this. You don't know what it is. It's like this gut feeling in the back of your head that says that this is a Numenera specifically built to like hover objects, and this might be here to keep this art installation or whatever it is afloat.
Uh-huh. All right.
You might be looking at what is the heart of any floating island.
Ooh, interesting. Can I inspect it closer to get it like a feel for
You'll have
this?
to make a pretty difficult climb check to get up there.
Oh.
And the risks are high because this is like really odd, uneven ground. If you fall, you're probably going to fall. Bungee cord notwithstanding.
Well, I have climbing and gravity control, so I'll
Those would. Mhm.
I'll take the risk.
It's difficulty 6 base, but since you have gravity control and climbing, it goes down to 4.
Oh.
It's a might check, so
Yeah, I'll use some effort. I'll spend even all my pulls to.
go. You slip, you fall, rocks fall, and everyone, party's dead. No. You climb up a good distance. You get close enough that you're actually able to get a good eye on it. But just as you're about to climb further, you slip and you fall down, rolling all the way down and down and down. You manage to control yourself, but you lose 3 points of your speed pool in the process.
Ow.
Dang.
If you
Ow.
didn't, you probably would have fallen all the way down.
Ow.
What you saw, by the way, was quite informative. So the object is a sphere-shaped ball, half encrusted in the ice, but you can tell that unlike the 6 cardinal directions, like up, down, left, right, front, back, are like big glowing blue plates, and the rest is a gray, dark grayish steel or metal.
Huh. All right. Oh, would my armor have helped with that fall?
Sure. Your armor, your force field protects you at least.
Okay, so I just lose 1 point. Cool. Oof, that was a fall. But, okay, so now I have a general idea what one of the cores looks like. That's something.
Yeah, and because of its size, I'm going to say that if you want to, Como, don't forget you both get an experience point for the intrusion.
Oh,
Oh, we
nice.
both do.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
because it was a my intrusion. You could spend that experience point to like get bonuses on the gravity objects, but that's up to you.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I'll just say that you're able to identify and like know at.
I'd like to keep my experience points until I reach at least tier 2, which
Okay.
is I need to pick 4 of these, so 16 experience points. Bleh.
Well, you can
Might
also
take a
use
little while.
experience points to make rerolls.
Mhm.
But okay. So you were saying about using this thing to do something?
You can use your experience point if you really want to, like to gain a little bit more insight, so that you'll have to be trained or have an asset, whatever is not used when dealing with these gravity things.
Okay.
But that's if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep my skill points for now.
Okay. So with that, you're halfway through the island, which is a very odd thing to say because again, not your conventional type of island to cross over. So
Yeah.
you can start to see Oberon from here. And Oberon has a very unusual towering structures on Oberon. Almost looks like a city covered in ice, with large ice spires and columns connecting the towers like webbing.
Huh.
It's very imposing from a distance. Are you going to take a break or anything as you approach the edge of the island?
Rogo might need a moment to recover, yes.
Yeah, I could use a moment or an hour.
Donuts.
Yeah. Do you mind if we take a small nap here? I kind of feel tired.
Yeah, well, you don't usually sleep in the middle of the ice wasteland because you might not wake up. Is there any location where we can take refuge, I don't know, underneath a big spike or something? But it's not as windy. Set up a fire there or something.
Better option would be to go straight to the island of Oberon.
Fair enough. Let's do that and then rest when we get there.
Because on Oberon, there's a lot of man-made buildings. They look a bit like ours, like modern-ish era.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably a shed you could find, you could hide out in.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a better idea.
So you head over to Oberon, and the setting just fills you with a sense of dread, and you feel uneasy. It really feels like this was a place where long ago a lot of people might have lived, but because of the terrible circumstances and conditions, it's hard living.
Does it look like some sort of post-apocalyptic background?
It looks pretty post-apocalyptic. Imagine if spires of ice, sort of like spider webs, are connecting buildings together, and there's just snow meters high between buildings.
Ugh.
So does it look like the island used to be higher? Past?
The funny thing is the buildings themselves and the structures look like they are clearly designed to withstand cold.
Okay. So, can we find a suitable hovel or something to?
Yeah. Close to the edge, you find a window roof, but since you're basically in Oberon, you're gonna have to move across roofs because the snow is meters thick. It's like you're walking on quicksand at all times. So eventually, you find a roof with an open window, and you can sneak inside and take a break.
Let's do that.
It's actually remarkably warm once you close the window behind you and start up a heat source or something. There seems to be a small furnace in the corner you could light up with some logs or something.
So there's some heat underneath the place, I guess.
Could be. Maybe the installation still functions.
Okay.
Well,
so-
yes, it's still floating, so I would imagine so.
I mean, the buildings still function, not the.
Okay, so I spent 1 hour and 1 action recovery rolls. Wow.
Rocco is just not coming to.
He has trouble relaxing after the deer thing.
Hmm. Disturbing deer. Any tips? Yep.
Como,
Thank
if you want to, you can make a difficulty 5 check to help him recover.
Sure. Click.
Ooh, you succeed. Okay.
I sing him a lullaby, and he kind of naps off.
You can double your recovery roll, Rocco.
Okay. So,
Since Como's not taking a break, he can
double
help you.
meaning he takes an extra one, or
He takes 12.
Yep.
Oh,
Because you're not taking a break. Like, if you were taking a break, you can do this.
yeah.
okay. I'm
You like feed him with a little spoon.
Yep, I'm feeling much better now. Oof. Fight took quite a bit out of me.
Outside, it's not snowing anymore, but it's getting dark.
Hmm. Okay.
The benefit of darkness is that you won't be blinded by the snow, but you won't be able to see much.
Well, we have glow globes and torches. How far away is the center or temple or whatever we are looking for?
So, considering how slow a travel it will be to jump from rooftop to rooftop, avoiding like snow puffs you might fall into, it could easily take you a day to parkour your way there.
Should we start immediately or wait until morning?
What I would suggest is, since the day, basically the amount of light that we get is not really regulated by the area because it's artificial and we're not literally so far up the north, so it's like most of the day it's dark. We can use whatever remaining time we have to scout ahead and see at least which direction we can go.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have maybe an hour before sunset, so there's that.
Yeah, it might be. Well, we do have light sources, so we could try to make our way now. Darkness.
Yeah, but we'll have to move through the building. Well, fair enough, yes.
Hehe.
Well, we did just rest, and we arrived here well rested too, so I suppose we can spend some time moving forward.
Okay. You scout your way forward, going ever closer towards the large metal towers. The
Is it possible for us to mark the way back, by the way, as well, just in case?
Sure, but the way the snow is falling, any tracks that are rooftops are going to fall away quickly. Like, you need to put something down.
Yeah. Can we check inside the buildings if we have any pieces of bright cloth around that we can just, like, tie to a stick?
Okay. As you look around, so you look around through some of the buildings. You jump from one house to another, checking inside, and manage to collect like a good amount of scrap. Not enough to like make a rope all the way there, but you could easily make markers every few dozen yards. Like enough that you could do it all the way from the edge to the start of the skyscrapers.
Like so. Meh.
Beh. Yeah. Yeah, you just tie it around like what are they called again? The exhausts of fireplaces. Chimneys, yes. You tie them around the tops of chimneys and all.
Exhausts.
What's a way
It's
to
not
describe
wrong.
them?
It's not wrong. It's just a very unique way of putting it. That was really cool.
But yes, you mark the chimneys, and it gives you an easy way back. Or at least it gives you like a knowledge of which path you took.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how far do we make it?
You make it with the pace you're going and the fact you're taking like a little bit of a break to look for some scrap material and tie it up. By the time you're at like the big buildings, it's easily like evening night. You're looking at darkness. The moon isn't piercing through the snow as well. When the snow lets up, you can see pretty decently, but without it, it's dark.
Fair enough. I suppose since we made it this far, we can take cover here. And have
You notice, by the way, that the skyscrapers, like maybe the buildings themselves have similar consequences, but you never went down a floor to see. But the skyscrapers are like some are opened up, like stripped bare of their materials.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few places where you think you can get full cover by just putting up some of the cloth you have as like cover, but
right. Well, is it possible to like go inside, or is it just like all see through?
Well, some of them are see through. Some of them still have windows and such. So
okay. Well, if we're going to take cover, we'll probably need to find some defensible position because who knows what lurks here.
Yeah.
Monks, terrible monks, going to tell you all about them. Jesus.
Yeah, but the monks are technically not here. Remember, Numenera is closed off.
Oberon is closed off.
Yes, Oberon is closed off. Ugh.
I don't know. Who knows who's still here? Maybe some crazed priests.
Maybe.
Spooky robots or more weird animal robot hybrids.
So, how about we cut it off here for today? With you
Like,
guys
okay.
setting up camp in a nice little nook in the woods.
Yes. Well, not really. Well, I mean, we could technically call it a wood. Made out of a forest made out of skyscrapers.
Well, yes, it is a forest in its own way. I need to...
Yes. Say again?
Oops, I looked at the wrong image. With like bare skyscrapers, I mean like imagine concrete boxes with windows missing and such. Like the
Yes.
buildings on the outside are more affected than the inside, but who's that?
What? Who?
Armor Knight Polar Bear. Oh, that's a great enemy to fight. Out of the blue comes a polar bear in construction equipment.
Oh no.
I think I'm gonna make a nice map for you guys to traverse on your way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good place to cut it off for now. Ooh. Ah, shutters. Oh, that's so cool. So you know the London walkie-talkie building? There's a skyscraper in London called the Walkie-Talkie. It was built with a concave shape to its windows. On the side where the sun shines, take a guess what happened to a street in that area.
It just boils it.
Yeah. So now they're putting shutters on it.
So
I like how someone built that. I was like, that's never gonna hurt us.
Here.
There, yeah, that's the building. The whole street in front of it is just flame broiled alive. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I'm
Better than
enjoying
last time,
this.
at least.
Well, I'm not enjoying the amount of ones that are all, but it's nobody's but my fault. So
Well, on the plus side, you got some experience. You got a little bit of you got your partial level up out of it.
yes.
Who knows what you're going to find in Temple Oberon? Especially now that I'm going to make a map for it.
Yeah,
Probably something scary.
you could try throwing more intrusions away.
Yeah. The original thing says 1 a session per character or something, but I'll see what I'll do. I might up it more. I mean, you guys were rolling so terrible. I was like, I don't want to intrude. I'll just be mean. So I was holding it back a bit. Okay, I'll be more forthcoming with stabbing you guys in the back.
Okay.
Make life
I mean,
more.
you don't need to because we're stabbing ourselves in the back pretty hard.
Yeah, well, it would be just nice to get a bit more experience going.
Yeah, I know.
And what all the things better that Grant that kind of suggest giving in experience for like I think there were like discoveries and whatnot. Those would be
Yeah. Well, you've made a discovery with the sphere. That's where you also got a point.
Oh yeah, right.
I think you spent it all. That's fine.